Today we are installing these REMARK axle backs on Logan's 2024 Subaru WRX. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Gray.
My name's Logan.
And this is Living Like Gray, where we like to do a bunch of car stuff here on the channel. So if that sounds cool to you, be sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss any of the awesome content that we have coming out in the future. With that said, let's go ahead and get into the install. Okay, so in order to do this install, this is all that you need. The REMARK axle back comes with the axle backs themselves, 2 gaskets, and then 2 bolts for that side and then 2 bolts for this side. As for tools, this is all you need. You need a 14mm wrench, an impact, or really maybe even just a ratchet, and then a 14mm deep socket. Luckily, both the original bolts and the new bolts are 14mm on both sides, so it's really easy, and this is all you need. Now, since the stock ride height of the Subaru WRX is so high, you can actually access the axle back without lifting the car in the air. Now, if you have lowered your car, you will probably also need a jack and some jack stands or a friend with a lift, but overall, you really don't need to lift the car up in the air. So let's go ahead and go pull the stock mufflers off. So right here, just beyond the muffler underneath the car, there is a flange with 2 bolts. You need to put the wrench, the 14mm wrench on one side, and then the 14mm deep socket on the other side, and remove these bolts. Now, also underneath the car, that is a little more difficult to show, is a couple of exhaust hangers. Once you get those bolts out, what you have to do is you have to basically slide the exhaust off of those hangers one at a time, and then you'll be able to just reuse those hangers and slide the new exhaust onto those hangers when you're putting it back in. Now that you guys know exactly what we're looking at, let's go ahead and just get those things off of there. There we go. So here's the comparison between the stock muffler. As you can see, the stock muffler is quite large and the exhaust tips are way smaller than the new axle back. So the axle back probably drops a little bit of weight, not too much. These aren't actually as heavy as you think that they are, but these are very light because there is pretty much no muffler in them. Now, as you can see, there are 2 exhaust hangers on both of them, so it's just gonna go back into the same spot. And all you have to do is put a gasket on the new exhaust and you should be good to go. So one of the things that I did notice that these old exhausts did not have a gasket. So I'm not necessarily sure that you need one, but because they provided one, we are going to be putting one in. Just don't want to get any exhaust leaks this far back. It shouldn't cause too much of an issue. But again, since they provided them, we're going to be using them. So that's going to wrap up the install of the REMARK axle back for Logan's 2024 Subaru WRX. The exhaust doesn't make it insanely loud, but it does give it a little extra volume with a nice growl. You're also going to drop a few pounds off of your stock mufflers. But the best part about this is these were only $400. We are going to link these axle backs down below to REMARK so you guys can check them out for yourself, along with all of the tools that we used in this video. We're going to do another video that is a full in-depth exhaust review on this car, comparing it to the stock mufflers. So be sure to look out for that in the future, and it will also be linked in the description when we finish that video. In the meantime, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss any videos with this car or the others that we have here in the garage. I hope to see you guys next time. Thanks, and bye. Hello, everybody.
What's it called? REMARK axle back.
Okay.